So today I'm going to test out the Samyang 24 and 35 f1.4. Just now what it's going to be is kind of a little bit of a sharpness test going through their aperture ranges. I'm going to be focusing, well, today's a lovely overcast day, which means we don't have any harsh sunlight or potential flare or anything kind of potentially distorting the images. What I'm going to be shooting is actually just a random bit in Edinburgh. It's this Edinburgh city centre map guide area, where I'm going to be focusing on this stuff here to see how sharp we can get that, but we'll also have that in the background so you can see how kind of mushy the background goes, how smooth the bokeh is, and also how sharp and how potentially mushy and crap it is whenever it's at f1.4 compared to its better aperture ranges. So I'll just set up the tripod and we'll shoot it just now. Firstly, shooting with the Samyang 24 f1.4. You see the distance that we're away, the camera, from the actual map. As you'll see on the lens, we are just over the 1 meter distance. So that's infinity there, that's the 1 meter. And this is what the image is looking like if we do video. So if we take a video just now, this is it definitely at f1.4. So we'll go and look at that in the camera. And if we go and unfocus down to its closest, which is which is 25 centimeters, or if we go all the way out to its infinity, that's how the difference looks. So here, let's get it back to its closest focusing, or its best focusing distance. So that's what it looks like in video. Let's what it looks like in photos, and look at it on the computer in the house. Okay, so now we're back in the house and we're looking at the photos on a big full 27-inch screen here, and straight away this is the one. You can see the details up here. For some reason it's saying it's 50mm. Okay, camera's not registering the actual length or the focal length of the lens, but that was a 400th of a second, then it's 200th, then it was a 125, then 80th, and so on and so forth. So the main thing here, okay, straight away look at that. Look at going from 1.4, which that one was, over to this one. Look at the kind of corners, the edges. So there's definitely a good bit of vignetting added to the corners when you're at f1.4. You get that in pretty much every lens anyway. And is there can I see a sharpness change already? Well, certainly if you look at the background area, whenever we swap from 1.4 to, I think this must have been about f8, yeah, the background is definitely, and I must say, I really like this background. It's really nice and mushy. Also, notice the green chromatic aberration going on in the background. It's always quite interesting seeing that. It's usually things which are closer then have more of a purple or a red, and the stuff in the background has a green. But like even all over the car, so the chromatic aberration in the blurry areas is definitely pretty strong. And if we go to f5.6, wherever it was, I'm seeing absolutely no chromatic aberration whatsoever there. So that is a nice strong image there. Anyway, that's not so much looking at that, we're looking at this area. Okay, so straight in fact I'm going to zoom in more than 1:1. I'm going to zoom in 2:1. Okay, and remember this is with a Canon 5D Mark II. This is a 21 million pixel image. Focus area was this one, and here we're getting right down to the actual individual pixels that we can see very nice and sharply. That says George Street, that says Hanover Street, George Street, Frederick Street. Okay, I can see that, no problem there at all. If we go down one aperture, or make an aperture slightly bigger, I would say that's still good. Next one, this I think is f2.8, this one is f2, and then all that's looking very good, and then this one's at f1.4, and oh, wow. Okay, I would say, yeah, this one is a little bit blurrier and a little bit mushy. And then once you go to f2, we're seeing it's so sharp it's showing us the individual pixels of this. If I can explain, we are seeing each individual pixel there. If we go to the f1.4, it's just slightly mushier. So f1.4, f2. However, even at f1.4, I can still see pretty much everything that I need to see. I can see that says North something David Street. That one says Queen Street. That one says
Dundastry. Okay, so I can still read this stuff at f1.4, and let's just remember that's what we're looking at from here at f1.4. Now that, to me, I consider that to be astonishing. So yeah, the vignetting around the corners, if you see that compared to f2, look at the brightness difference. And then it doesn't really get better. So, whoa, right, straight away I can say that f1.4, strong vignetting, that can be creative to some people. The background bokeh has a green chromatic aberration going on with it when at f1.4. However, f1.2, it's halved, or that was f2, and then f2.8 is halved again, and it's barely noticeable. So, wow, okay, that was actually kind of better than what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, so that was probably about f4 or something there. And, whew, yeah, I'm impressed. Very impressed. Okay, there you go. Hope that helps. Cheers, bye-bye.